And before we start, just a reminder that anyone that's still in the lounge, now's the time to click that orange enter button and come on over into the class. If you're having any trouble getting into the live studio, let us know via the chat in the lounge. So what is a hashtag? Are you hashtag confused about hashtags? Hashtag don't panic. Hashtags are being used everywhere, so it's time to understand them a little bit more. And basically, a hashtag is a word or words preceded by the pound sign, they're used to group conversations around some particular topic, trend, or event. So they really are, first and foremost, a way to group posts and conversations around some common theme. They are user-generated. There's nobody that creates them for you. You don't have to register them or get an okay from anyone to use them. They're not controlled by any of the social media sites, so it is totally a user-driven feature, which can sometimes lead to confusion if several different people or groups are using the same hashtag for different purposes. So for example, maybe we're having a Yarborough family reunion, so I tell everybody post your pictures and updates and discussions to hashtag Yarborough family reunion. But it turns out there's another Yarborough family that's also having a reunion. And so their posts get mixed in with our posts. So that's one of the downsides. Sometimes it almost feels like it would be nice to have somebody regulating who can use which ones, but it's not. It's wide open, Wild West. Anybody can use any hashtag for any purpose they so desire. I guess the bottom line there, the recommendation there is that if you're gonna create a hashtag for something like that, check it first, see if anybody's using it. And you probably ought to make it as unique as possible so that somebody won't come in later and start using it. So how do you compose a hashtag? Since any of us can create one and use it. Hashtags can only contain letters, numbers, and underscores. And I don't ever remember seeing one with an underscore. So for all practical purposes, they're only letters and numbers. And it is not case sensitive, which is good because embedding capitals often makes it much easier to understand the hashtag than if it was all lowercase or all uppercase. So for example, I'll jump ahead of myself. Border Collie puppy training. If this was all lowercase, it would be a little harder to read it by putting caps for each word because you can't include spaces. That's the next point. If you have a space, that ends the hashtag. So if there was a space after collie, the hashtag would actually be hashtag Border Collie. Puppy training wouldn't be included. Hashtags can be very broad. Hashtag dogs would include a lot of posts. You could use it for lots and lots of things. If you're trying to either create a more focused hashtag, or if you're looking for a more focused hashtag in order to consume information, Border Collie puppy training would zero in a lot more. Theoretically, that should only include posts related to people that are commenting around Border Collie puppy training. And a single post in every social media can contain multiple hashtags, broad and focused. It can include hashtags that aren't at all related to each other. Again, no rules, no regulations about how to use them. About the only regulation is that some of the social media sites restrict how many hashtags you can use on a single post, but it's usually north of 20, which for most people, that's way more than they need to do their post. Let me pause for a second. I kind of ran through a lot of stuff here. Any questions so far? Okay, let's keep going.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So these hashtags can be posted anywhere on social media, anywhere on the internet. It's not one particular place.
Correct. Yes. Now, not every social media site supports hashtags, but it's getting to be pretty much everybody at this point.
Thank you.
So, but I wouldn't say every social media site, but they're broadly supported. And this question has come up before, but it's kind of related. they're not tied together. So if I'm searching for Border Collie puppy training on Instagram, it's only going to show me Instagram posts. Now, this same hashtag might be being used on Twitter, but I have to go to Twitter to see what is being said about Border Collie puppy training on Twitter. But that same hashtag could be used in all the different sites: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. You got it.
So if I did a search for a hashtag, would it pull up any reference to that hashtag anywhere? Like if I did a
If
Google
you
search?
searched within any social media site, it would only show you within that social media site. Now, you could go out to
Okay.
Google and do a Google search, and it could potentially pick up from anywhere. But if I'm in Facebook and I search for Border Collie puppy training, I'll only see Facebook posts that have that hashtag. Yeah,
Gotcha.
great question.
Wade?
So if I put a hashtag in front of anything, it by anybody searching that anything on any of these separate social media sites?
It will find anything that has been posted with that hashtag included in the post.
Wade,
There, Joe.
with social media, you can have limited access to your posts. In other words, like in Facebook, to family, friends, they break it down into units. If you have something that's private and you put a hashtag in there, and then you go to Google and you type in the hashtag whatever, would Google find it even and display it even if it's a private posting?
Probably not. I mean, for the most part, and again, there's no hard rules anywhere out there, but typically Google's not going to pull up an individual post, and it varies site to site. If you post it on Facebook as public, then maybe it could find it. But certainly, if you posted it to family or to a particular friends only, then it would not be. I don't think it would be possible to pull that up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but you bring up a kind of a related point. I'll mention it now. I'll probably mention it again later. But and Facebook is the one that has the most ways of restricting who can see what you're posting. But if you post something to friends only, or maybe just to a Facebook group, then even though you put a hashtag on it, those restrictions still hold. So if I post something with hashtag dogs on it, but I post it only to my friends, only my friends can see that post, even though it's got a hashtag on it. So it doesn't take you beyond what the limits are that normally control.